I don't know nothing about any showers. I didn't have any kind of mama and any friend I've ever had only wanted to sleep with my man or borrow some money and never give it back. So I didn't have any showers. But I prefer it that way because everything my children have ever had, I gave it to them. And that's the way it should be. I won't ever have anybody up in my face telling me what they gave or did for my children. Sarah, go upstairs and get Charles' book for me, please.
What book, Mama?
The book I keep for each of my children. Charles's book. You know what book I'm talking about.
Is that really necessary, Mama?
Actually, Sarah, if it has anything to do with my husband, I would love to see it.
You see, Grace, you have to have a book for your child. Every child needs his or her book. I have a book for every one of my children, and I got everything they ever did in it, and everything that they'll ever need. Their original birth certificate, shop records, every single report card they ever received from kindergarten through college. I got baptism records, dental records, and custody papers. Every school picture from every year. Copies of their diplomas, promotion certificates, and all their college degrees. Because the way I see it, I worked for them just as hard as they did. I got copies of offer letters from all their first jobs, titles to their cars, copies of their deeds, leases and personal insurance papers, and every other important document related to my children that you can possibly think of is in here.
I see. You're so dutiful, Mrs. Streeter. But don't you think some of these things belong to Charles now, like the title to our car?
Charles can have anything he wants from this book. It's his. But that's not my point. You see, Grace, a mother is a child's best and only friend. There'll never be anyone closer than a mother. If for any reason Charles needed a copy of anything from his youth or college, or even from his first job, I can pull it out and hand it to him just like that. You never know what your child might need, and most likely you'll be the only one there to help him.
I don't believe that, Mrs. Streeter. I don't believe that for 1 minute. It was hard for Charles growing up without a father. I know he'll never do that to his child, no matter what happens between us. Charles will always be there for his child.
Oh, please. Charles is just like his father, just like him. Take it from someone that knows him far better than you ever will. You'll never know Charles like I do, never!
Mama!
He lets people just walk in his life and lead him around by the nose, just like his father. Why do you think he didn't call me for those 30 days?
What?
When you first met him, the two of you disappeared for 30 days and he never even bothered to call me once. I'm sure you remember. I'm sure you all had a great time. No need of pretending like you didn't. Anyway, his father is the same way. For 30 years, Charles' father wouldn't even come on this side of town because he was scared I was going to shoot him on account of how he left me pregnant and alone and married the woman his mama wanted him to. Then one day out of the blue, here he is walking down Juniper Street, and I told him just like this, "What am I going to kill you for? I got everything your wife has. I got a brand new Cadillac parked in front of my house, a house just as nice as hers, 3 fur coats, diamonds, and I got them all by myself. But unlike the barren bitch you married, I have children, a teacher, a lawyer, and a soon-to-be accountant.